checking everything's good. Alright, so now we are on very hard. Episode, actually, ooh, let's go here real quick. Brain. Today's goal, what we're gonna do, you know what? We're gonna try to complete, we're gonna complete Seabed normal. We are not touching Seabed hard. Because if we're already struggling trying to kill Dark Pulse, we already struggle trying to kill Olga Flow on. We're struggling to kill Dark Falls and Hard, right? We're gonna have like a pretty tough time. So our goal is we're just gonna run straight to the boss and kill. I think it was this way. Yeah. So we're gonna try to get there as fast as possible. We're not gonna try to like look around and grind. We're just gonna run straight to the boss. Oh yeah, there we go. We got our gun. It's gonna carry us for the whole fight. We won't. Okay. Oh, you know what? I guess I forgot to sell everything. I won't worry about it. I'll try. I won't bother picking things up like that. Okay, yeah, collision there. I got that. Okay, let's get out of here. Definitely not the way. Alright, let's go here and see if there's anything we can do. Okay. Yeah, I could build more filters for the facility. I mean, I do have the asset for this. Technically, I'll just have to go and check what got modified during. There we go. Okay, this is not the way. Dude, but the issue here for these areas, you know what? I might as well just remake these rooms. Technically, just strip out the acids, chop them off, and just make brand new entire rooms out of them. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? Was there? Okay, wait to go another way. I mean, this is technically a good mag session, though. If we're not gonna be really fighting, and we're just gonna be. If we're not gonna be really fighting much, we're just gonna create our bosses. That to not worry too much. Ooh, I do need to make. I really want to make these actual robot boxes now. We have to like figure out what object they're using. But I think it's reusing their texture, so it could model could it could still be, it could be technically on himself. Dude, they do so much damage. Yeah. Okay. Just gotta keep an eye on rares. Okay. Let's see. I think it's this way. It's either this way or you can technically see where if our draw distance is good. That was gonna go. Oh yeah, this is definitely the right way. No, no, no. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have to go a different way. Okay, so this is the wrong way, so let me double check. But yeah, no, okay, that's good. Just ignore that. You maybe this way? Okay. I think this is good. Okay, I have a wall. Another dead end. Okay. Okay, so our last option is to go down. Okay. Okay, this seems okay. This is probably the way. Wait, can I hit them from up here with this one? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, cool. I didn't even know you can do that. Okay, it's probably an invisible. Okay, there it is. Okay. Come on, show me where you are. Where that? There. Come on. Let's go a little closer. I just gotta double check where it drops, like a photon drop. I really don't want to miss those. Okay. Oh, I hate confusion so much. No. Come on. That's one down. Let me get to the water. Where's the second one? Oh. Okay, I have to go up and sell these. If I miss any, like, what's it called? Materials, it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, we can sell everything. Garbage. I could probably find better. Yeah, I could find better. Gotta double check everything. Okay, yeah, we're good. We'll use the healing area and just recover. Let's see. Let's check if we have any good armor. If we can use it. Ooh, no, that's level 16. 35, 3 slot. Okay. We're gonna level up soon, so we're gonna keep that and have our other armor. Imagine. Maybe sell it, probably sell it. Biggest issue is just gonna be, I guess, the road for 200 is gonna be the hardest thing to do. So what I'm thinking later in the line, right? Brick. Later in the line, I plan to do like maybe like a road to 200, but I'm not too sure how many percented. Like our goal, the goal is pretty straightforward, just to beat normal through ultimate on episode 1 and 2. And if we do episode 4, we're definitely gonna have to use some tools. Nothing too crazy, nothing too thing, which is probably like a sandbox count. Just set the character to where we are in base game, and rock the boat. Oh, he dunked me in midair. He dunked me all the way up here. Yeah. You gotta figure out how the activation rate works for status effects, though. That's actually one of the big issues I'm running into, right? There's no information on the stat activation rate for a status effect. Because I don't have any information on that, so right now I'm working on conditions and status effects for Neos, right? Like, oh hey, this enemy gets shocked, this enemy gets poisoned, this enemy gets paralyzed. But there's no information on the activation rate. And we currently have I know I've been reading up and stuff. There's an ESP system for statuses, and apparently there was also a typo for death. Apparently, because they actually added death in the activation rate for ESP, but it doesn't make sense because Magit/death isn't a condition. Isn't a standard status effect because it's a roll chance to just die. So it wouldn't make sense, and the status resistance dark wouldn't even have a reason to exist if it didn't have a point to ESP, which is solely dedicated to status effects, and that's a hidden mechanic. So, fun fact, that mechanic. Come here. Fun fact: ESP is hidden. You cannot see this. You don't know this. That's that's there, unless you were to go into the code itself and think, or look on actual servers that have already done the coding. Because throughout my time ever playing PSO, I didn't even know that knew that existed. I was like, okay, cool. That my thing doesn't land. So ESP also is a second determined role. So some statuses actually have a second role, pretty much. Status effects have a second role. So yeah, that's good to know. That's the fun. Where the heck am I going? Where the heck is Area 2? That is definitely the right way, but I can't get in there. Okay, so let me go back. Maybe there is a way to get in there. I swear to God, this is a secret room again. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, ESP determines the activation rate of freeze, paralysis, and shock. If you didn't know that. And apparently on the Infinia server, they actually had a typo, which is now real big. But thankfully, I kind of was actually working on the. It's funny you say because I'm working on version in their Phantasy, right? Then I'm like, that doesn't make sense. What's the point of What's the point of ESP on death? If ESP were to apply on death, that doesn't make sense because what's the point of a dark? What's the point of a Magit? Oh, okay. I didn't hit the room shaker. I was like, what's the point of the dark resistance? What's the point of dark resistance if it's considered ESP? If it's considered ESP type, right? Doesn't make sense. And like, if you're coding this, even developers will probably say that doesn't make sense. I mean, and so far so on. So like, it makes sense that every boss would be immune to it, fundamentally coded. Either coded the status effect out or the condition for it to be removed. So in order to probably kill. Well, no, technically you can hack. I don't even know if you apply it if you were to hack the game. I mean, you're technically able to hack the status of proc. It means it's coded into the enemy. But I'm not too sure. People can just. But no, I don't know how that works. It might just be an instant kill mechanic, or it just sets the enemy's value to 0 on hit. We're just gonna wait here. Okay, let's ignore that. Let's go over. Alright, yeah, this is definitely the right way. Okay. But yeah, so it's just, I was like scratching my head on with that. And now that's a whole mechanic, right? Now I have to figure out, cool, I need to figure out the conditions and the activation rates for the player, because if I don't know the rates for everything, or yeah, rates for everything, because I know cold. I'm not too sure if you're immune to the status effect if you have 100% resistance. But the thing is, I had to actually put that into the calculator or operators, double check everything goes through, then had to create a second condition, which deducts the rate of activating the condition under the elemental resistance. So you see what I'm getting at? It kind of gets annoying if you don't have all the information there. And when you're trying to work on like the game itself, you know, I'm working on enemies, and I need to make sure all that information is available to do it. Thankfully, fire is pretty straightforward. Cool, fire go burr, just does damage in and out, no deals, no problems. Lightning has a status effect. Cool. Next one, ice, status effect. Cool. Move on. Light, go burr, fucking nukes, it just nukes everything. Dark has a condition, doesn't count ESP, not a problem. Works off the dark resistance. Makes sense. Make the RNG system. I already have actually have the system to calculate ratios of when you get hit, and it'll actually have an activation rate here. The activation rate's already encoded into it. Thankfully, I actually set that up earlier this week because I actually did some coding. I did some things earlier on related to a. I'm gonna see that's a good one. After we get to the bomb, after we clear this room. Oh, there's one right here. To, you know, thing, yeah. So yeah. So how the calculations work for a magit check, right? It would first the operation runs like this. My attack magit damage points versus your magit resistance points. If your magit value is greater than the resistance, that equals your percentage of your percent chance of being hit by magit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But then there's oh yeah, we gotta kill these dudes. Pretty straightforward, right? But then there's two other operations that can occur with weapons. And with weapons, for example, so there's weapons that actually use the magit check because they're under activation rate. So what I had to do with the coding is make it so it does the magit check underneath itself. So when you use the weapons that have those dim, special hell, dim, shadow hell, etc., it does the calculations. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. So yeah, it would run into the check for magit due to the fact it actually just shoots. It's like shooting a ball of magit. But funny enough, there's a difference between the dim to shadow, and hell has a completely unique mechanic where hell can miss based off the no everything below hell, everything the shadow and below has a miss ratio. So hey, let's put that into an example, right? Let's say I use my special attack, right? Ignoring the special attack and just making it the action thing and looking at the action alone, right? Your attack hits the enemy. That attack misses, but your magit attack is supposed to land. So what happens is due to the fact the operation works like an order of the weapon action if you're using the special, it would it'll operate based on if your weapon actually if your action hits. But in the Hell's version, if it lands, you die. If it were to, it doesn't. I believe it goes. If right, let me see dudes here. So with the hell, right? I believe the operation ignores the first step due to the fact. I'm not too sure why it does, but apparently that's how the operations goes for hell. And you're probably wondering, wow, 93? Okay, let's say have a so the type of the level of Majid, the level of points that Majid has on hell is 93 points. That's pretty high. And if you undermine, let's see. I need to, there you go. And if you I hate these rooms with the 4 traps. If you brain, let me see. Let's just walk to the corner. If you undermine that, it's an active 93 activation rate. So, and remember, Majid does not act. You cannot hit an enemy if your Majid value is lower than its resistance value. So, because that's how operations work. This is how it would work. So, give me a second. Let me check it. There we go. So we go for the operation. So let's say Majid points or Majid element. I'm gonna go right over here so you can't just delete. These golden dudes are really annoying with the attack that can just remove your weapon. Oh, we don't even need, okay, we're okay. Oh, heals the trigger, okay. Okay, very straightforward. And we're not gonna go over there and check the towers. Here, we're going to strip for Olga Flows. It does feel like a tower. It does feel like a tower. It's really short. Let's check. Because tower is a random area in the game. I don't even know you can even get it in non-quest playthroughs. Yeah, so I'm letting you know so what I'm seeing is actually really dark. So I can't see it well. Oh wait, no. Wait, what? Wait, is this a ramp down? Wait, what? Oh, they might be the triggers for them. Give me a minute. There we go. Let's seal up. Kind of weird. First time wait, I didn't even know that there could be a room over here. But yeah, so the actions would be if you're running it for the weapon. If brain, what was it? Is if operation goes through, you gotta keep in mind the calculations for weapon nerfs apply after base activation. So aka you have the 93%, yada yada yada, it goes through. Cool. Now after it goes through, that's your rate, that's your chance. Your chance gets buffed and nerfed after the first line of calculations. Right? So after the first line of calculations, it goes into okay, that's how that works. Cool. Oh. Okay, after the first line of calculations, it goes into this. It goes into okay, it knows what type of weapon you're using. And it checks if the weapon has a penalty. So for example, let's say I think daggers no, partisan. Let's do partisan. Partisan has a health hack penalty. Let's say we do 53, and we'll do 53 just to round it out to an even number. and you have a 40 roll, right? You have 40% chance of hitting the enemy because after deductions and everything, because 50. Oh no. Gotta move as such. Got to hit like a truck. This is normal. Come on. I don't want to die like this. Yeah. So what I was talking about earlier, yeah. So we'll go back to that. It does weapon nerf. Then after that, there's a buff. If the buff was like 0.5 was if the value there's another value that calculates, right? So there's a value of 0.5 and 2. There's a condition for that. I can't remember what it was. Ah, right. The 0.5 and 2, I believe, are the weapon specials. So let's say, I believe, what was it? Where did you get the 0.5 modifier and 0.2? I can't remember off the bat. I have to check real quick because I have a little note for doing calculations. Okay. Oh shoot! I forgot to increase. I lowered the audio from. Okay. Mic test. That's around. Yeah, there it is. I was actually accidentally lowered our audio from one of my earlier streams because I was actually testing some new hardware for the GameCube. And all that crazy stuff. Yeah. So I just gotta remember what the boost was. Okay, we can't shoot that bit, so we'll go. Here, actually, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. I'll quickly check it out because I didn't even know that it wasn't set up for that. Let's continue. I have to figure out who called real quick because it's really about to say thank you. Let's see. Where is me? Okay. Who was it that followed? Oh, thank you for the follow. Cloud Decker? Trekker? What up? I just messed it in. Okay. Alright, let's continue. But as we're talking, yeah. So, I think the 2.0 is the modifier for either, I think it was for L. Oh, no. The modifier is, okay, after it does like the nerfs and everything, there's a unit, which is 501 and 502. And it gives you a bonus of a 501 since 501 gives you a 0.5 modifier, a 1.5 modifier, or 1.5 multiplier, which is 1 equaling 1 is base, 0.5 is half of the value that you get, gets increased. So, for example, you have 40. That gets nerfed by the partisan, so that's 50. That's 20%. But since the 0.5 modifier, it's now 30%, and that's your total ratio. Oh no, I got it. And 502 is 2, and 502 is a 0.2 modifier. And if you're wondering, it does apply onto the weapons. It does apply to Majit, since it's actually explained onto this description. And that's a fun fact. And that's how you would correctly calculate Majit. Oh my god, there's a lot of these dudes in here. I gotta get in though. Let's just use this. There. Here we go. Oh, there's another one. But then besides the map, that's actually, yeah, pretty much it for dark, the calculation for dark. For every other element, besides dark, ignoring the stats affections, how the resistances work, it's a flat percentage. So, like for example, you notice the resistance is going up to 100, which means you're doing the base formula like this. So when you have a weapon that buffs your overall attack, you do it. Oh, that's okay. I gotta retreat through here, which is like the worst combo I used to have. Has to be the tank. Most tanky is going to be. Right. So it does a percentage. Since weapons that boost. Okay, so the mirages. I think they're called mirages. No, merge. So let's say, for example, you have a restaurant, right? Not a red merge. I think a red merge. I think buffs everything. And that gives you a 30% boost. How are you going to calculate that? Because it's a percentage, not a status. So you operate like this. So let's say you add it to your total damage. Oh god, it's the red one. Yeah, so what you do is you multiply the damage that you're originally going to apply, right, by 30%. So the game will know what technique you use. For example, let's say you're using Fort. You're going to do 30% damage boost. Let's see. I need to stay in here, or it's going to trigger it. Give it a second. Gotta double check if there's not. Funny rooms. Right. Let me just walk out and get back here. Yeah, so you, okay, let's go back to, sorry, I got the site. So how you do the calculations is damage, technique damage, times multiplier equals new damage. New damage deducted by resistance. Resistance is percentage, which okay, there we go. The resistance is a percentage value. You do like 50%. Was it divide? Frick, I have to actually think how you divide something. Okay, cool, we're over here. Ooh, some fruits. Frick, what was it? You divide? Yeah, so like it goes 45 divided by damage. Oh man, I'm messing with I'm having like a brain fart. It should be like easy. It's what is it? What's the answer? Wait. I literally did this yesterday. Okay, so it's minus if it was both flat values that determine the percentage value. The value is very equal. So you do a balance point by like divide by the value itself, the value of resistance. I don't know how to explain the vision. Oh my god, I don't know how to explain it. What? This is usually easy. Okay. So yeah, you get. Let's say you have a Dow. Okay, you know, let's just simplify. Let's just put a value so I can actually think. So you have 1,000, right? And your buff is 30%. So you have 1,300. And you're dividing. You're gonna be dividing it based on percentage of it. So let's say you have a 50% 50% not resistance. If the enemy have 50% resistance, you would do the deduction. You divide your damage point by that value, and that would equal your new damage. Because in game there is no element. There is no element defense point, or as you would call it. What do we get over there? If I go back, it'll work. Funny doors. Okay. Yeah. So let's say 1,300. So 1,300 or 1,300. Let's have 300, 150. Let's have 1,000, 500. So we add 6,500. And that equals the damage that you would apply onto an enemy. And that's how you calculate the damage. And I believe, what was it? I don't remember if damage modifiers stack or not. What is going on? It should be... Oh, now you decide. Okay, now you decide to order. Okay, I was just wondering what's going on. Okay. Did we decide to walk around? There we go. bit more. Okay, and yeah, that's how you calculate techniques and statistics. Alright. Is there anything over here? No, okay, it's just boxes. We're not here for boxes. Yeah. That's how you operate the map. I know I had to work on calculator for spell damage. Yeah, I have to make sure I don't miss anything for that. You get damage is easy, but I just need to get the information for statuses. Like, I'm not too sure if it works exactly like in game where it's just a flat resistance. Or it's just a plot like you have 100% minus your current element resistance. I mean, if it works like that, that'd be like a lot more simple. I can then just determine the odds for that, but there's... Nah, I guess that would make sense. Because they make it separate, technically, dude. I think the player might be just... where's Sandy? Alright, I'm behind it. Let's feed the mag real quick. We're almost level 4, almost level 100 with it. Come on. Yeah, I'll just run just to get through it. Let's stand over here and we'll wait for our actions. You can hit you way up there. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Good. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay, we gotta deal with these dudes. Come on, a little bit more. Okay, cool, we're here. Alright, we're final stretch. Oh wait, level up. Okay, I guess we'll put the new armor piece. I'm just gonna stack the HP real quick too. I want to double check if that's. Yeah. I'll just hold on to it. Let's. Before we go, we're just gonna go finish the river. Oh, wait. Put it right here. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. I'll just sell that. Buy some of that. It's gonna be pretty. I don't know if it's gonna be really hard. It's just mostly just HP check for most of the part, right? I wanna just sell it. I want to bar too. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Okay, let's see. We're 169. What's our closest point? If we level up one more time, we learn that one. That's a good level up for that one. Alright, how many do we learn? Yeah, only 2. I think very hard is where we'll be able to get level 15s. We don't need this one. Yeah, we don't need it. We could just sell it. Unless there's a reason to. Enough more all around there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, quickly heal up. Okay, perfect. Then we're just gonna go straight to force very hard. Cool. All right. My points. Let's do that. Okay. 39. Thankfully, we have a pistol, so maybe the fight is a lot more easier. Oh, that's half my health. Nice and slow. Let's go do tail swipe. Alright, not maybe tail swipe. Closer, there we go. Too far. Nice and slow. There we go. Okay. It's kind of cool. This is a fun fact. You get to walk around the whole time right now. You can look at him, you can touch him, all that cool stuff. You can see all like you can actually touch his colliders, all that collision. You can walk between you can almost walk between here. Touch his leg, touch his tail, all the cool stuff. And I believe this is actually an animation. I think it's an actual animation. It's on not on this model. It's actually a stage. It's a stage animation for him. So there's two models for cutscenes like this, where it's a stage, where they have one model just to be on location, just for cinematic reasons, and one for combat. So right now, the stage one set up the animation to go up, swapped out, and went into your melee animation. I went to the enemy animation. So we have to kill these key deals before. Oh, that's not good. What the hell? For this boss fight, it's usually just recommended to keep your heals down for most fights, so you can keep doing the damage, because if they're both alive, they actually do a lot of damage. Because I think right away. Yeah. So they do. What was it? The reason was it's for that one, for the move that he does, which I should call it the final push. You get, you know, the beam from the head there, yada. And while they're both alive, they actually boost the damage of it. Oh, okay, he missed. Okay. They're both down. Okay, nice slow. You gotta get behind him. You're doing good. That's slow. Alright, cool. We did it. I think I bombed it. He's way easier now. I think I fought him at level 24. For some reason, he was just like one-shotting me, or doing too much damage, just for the first half. So thankfully, this was a lot more easier, just leveling up to like 35. But since we're done with normal, we can do hard mode up to later. Okay, let's just check everything in here. I'm probably not gonna pick anything up unless it's a meta, unless it's a material. Yeah. There we go. Alright, cool. Come on, drop my steel weasel. It would have been nice to get something like really useful, really unique. Okay. And now we just let the cards play for this mode. Ooh, look at that.